Welcome back again. Today we're going to be talking about vuejs directives. With directives, this is what now you need to, for you to identify directives, you need to have something that looks like this, v hyphen anything that you put there. So when you see something looking like this, or syntax which has this, so we have v hyphen, then we have anything that you can pass in here, but we ignore the square braces. So we've used some of them before when we were doing uh, something in relation to attribute binding. So whatever we have with the v hyphen, so a sample that we can have is so why is this majorly used? We have directives such as vbind, that is for binding elements. We have v4, we also have vif, velse, velse if. So when you see this kind of syntax, it's usually a representation of the bindings. So with these bindings, the velse, velse if, and vif, they cannot be shortened, and the v4. So these ones will be used as they are, but for the vbind, we can always we can shorten them in the form of having something like maybe some bind. Then you can just assign whatever variable you have there. So this we've seen how it's applied for the initial pass that we did. So I'll just do a simple demo of this because for the vif and velse, these ones will look at in the later tutorials. Also the v4 will also be using them in jointly with the conditionals. So I'll just maybe show how this the vbinds work. So just a sample of a v4, we can have div, just a div, a ul, then we can have an li, then we can have v4, so for the v4 we can just say index item in 4, let's say 4, then now this should be a number, and we can just log the item. So this will just run from 1 through 4, then we should be able to get that item. So for the case that maybe we want to check if it's an even number, then so I don't think if I need to show this. It's just something I've also left out. So we also have v on. So v on is very crucial for event handling, and it also has a short form which is at. So this at, then we have some arguments. So for the v on, this now will be used for handling events. So that one will topple when you're now doing the event handling for the element. So I'll just leave it at this for the uh, directives. So we have a v-for directive, v-on directive, v-bind directive, and we have v-if, else, and else if. So these ones go hand in hand, and the v-for mostly you'll just find we have it also in cases where we also need these other ones. So for the next tutorial, we'll look at the loops. Then from the loops we'll look at the conditionals. Afterwards, then I will move to event handling. So uh, I'll leave it at that, so that catch up in the next one for the loops.